Peace. So today I'm going to talk about who's watching you. Most of us, if not all of us, seem to think that somebody is spying on us, and it's weird at times that things are being watched. We are being watched. By whom are we being watched? And most of the time we're worried about these cameras that are put up on street corners and buildings and traffic signals and all these cameras on our phones and computers and all this other stuff that we're worried about. So let me put you to ease that this monitoring is kind of a joke. It's not really the watching you need to be worried about. Let me give you a little idea on what actually is watching us all the time. And the biggest entity obviously is the God that most of you most of you think does not exist. He exists in all his majesty and he is everywhere. You can argue with me how he is everywhere, and that people say he has a throne, people say he's everywhere, he sits on his throne, he's established on his throne, and where is his throne? All this stuff you can argue, but he's everywhere. He's watching through every eye, and everything is perceiving in the world that is created around us. Everything perceives and sees in different forms. And God sees through every eye. No eye can overtake his sight, but every sight other than God is overtaken by the sight of God. So he sees through every eye that sees and others that you do not understand. And then we have these other entities that we argue about, the angels, the so-called demons, ghosts, spirits you call them. The spirit, actually, there's no spirits. I mean, people don't understand how the creation is. It's angels, demons, the spirit in the unseen. And then after that, the dead who are not dead in the unseen. They just die here and they're in the unseen. Whether people can perceive them or not is another question. Of course, God can make people see the unseen when he wishes, but the general law is that we cannot see the unseen except what God wishes to the one he chooses. And his messengers are the ones that see more of the unseen than anyone else. So they understand these entities. There are Satans in the unseen watching us. There are angels by our side watching and protecting us all the time. The angels are the guards which are standing by every man that walks this earth. I mean, whether you believe or you don't believe doesn't matter. They're there. They're protecting you and they're witnessing you from God. And they have their command and they implement their command unerringly. So if you're under the protection of God, these two angels will not let anything come near you, let alone harm you or spy on you even. They can stop the spying of the Satans on you if God makes you protected, like Moses. I mean, Moses was brought up in the house of Pharaoh, the highest of the rejectors, and he didn't perceive it. So God can blind you to whatever he wants, even the unseen forces, the demons and the Satans. And understand that the Satans are also from men and demons. Demonic entities are not all evil. Just like man is not all evil, they're mostly evil. Same with the demons. They're two of a kind, I would say. Both of them are rebellious, the man and the demon, against their creator. And they make all sorts of plot to make everyone else deluded as well. So understand these entities. I'm going to explain some stuff from the Quran obviously to you. That's what I'm here to do. I'm going to explain this whole thing to you from what is written in the Quran. It's not my making up. This Quran cannot be made up by all of mankind and demonkind put together. You can't come up with an example of this. It explains everything. Everything has been explained in this Quran. Everything that you see obviously is explained, and everything you cannot see is explained. But the seer will see, the one God chooses like me to see through this book, i.e. the other side. It's coming from the other side. This book is coming from the other side, the unseen. The other side is the unseen side. So let's go and explore a little bit of what's written in this book. Maybe you'll understand. So in chapter 13, equal from you one who hides the saying, and one open with it, and one he hidden with the night, and visible with the day. To him stationed from in front of him and from behind him. So there's one in front, one behind. They're guarding him from command of God. Surely God, not he changes what with the people, till they change what with their souls. And when intends God with the people evil, but no turning to it, and not to them from other than him from protection. So understand, there's a guy in front, there's a guy behind. These are the angels, yeah, and they're commanded to protect us with the will of God. Clear in chapter 50. Are but we tired with the creation the first, but they in confusion from creation new. So this is a direct attack on you. You think they're tired from creating us the first time? That you're confused that there's a new creation that cannot happen. And already we created the man, and we know what she whispers with it, his soul. And we closer to him from rope the turning. And this rope points to the heart basically, the rope that turns around the heart. Behold, they throne, the two throne, over the right and over the left, sitting. Not he blurred from saying, except by him a watcher recording. So understand now, I've just told you, one in front, one behind, one to the left, one to the right. You'll say there are four? No. There's two. There's always going to be one in the front and back and to the right and left. They will be not in a position where they will be exactly in your plane. They will be behind you, they will be in front of you, and they'll be guarding you. And where they are, you can imagine, I don't know, but they're there. Understand it. And now let's look at this. And he the irresistible above his servants, and he sends over you guard, till when comes to one of you the death, take him away our messengers, and they surely forget. So this is pointing to the messenger of death. The messengers come and take you away. And of course your messengers by your side are also going to be visible to you that day when you die. Chapter 10, and when we make taste the mankind mercy, after bad times touch them, went to their plotting in our signs. So this is what happens whenever good times come, you start plotting against God's signs and you think you're some sort of gods. Yeah, say, God swift plotter. So I say to you, God is the swift plotter. Surely our messengers, they write what you plot. So don't worry, whatever you're doing is being written by God's messengers, and whatever you think you can do, you cannot do it unless God lets you. So if he wants to stop your plot, there's nothing in the heaven that will let you do that. So now here's chapter 86. And the heaven and the tract. And what will make you understand what the tract, the star, the following? If every soul to what surely over her a guard. So every soul, has a star over her, guiding her. And that tract is the tract between the star and the soul. You go there every time you sleep, yeah, up there. Your soul, that's what you are actually. I've told you before as well. People, you have to understand that you are your soul. This body is just, for use of a better word, an avatar. That's what it is. The movie Avatar explains what this body is, yeah. I mean, your soul is who you are. God can put you in any body he wants, yeah. I mean, this is the body he's created this time. He created another one in our last life, the first life we lived. And there's going to be another creation in the hereafter. Now, what will you be created in the hereafter? Will it be the first creation? Will it be this creation? Will it be a new creation? I can't tell you that, but there is a new creation as well. There's the first creation that happened with sulfur. This is the second creation, which is from dust. And there's a third creation coming in the resurrection. But if they contend you, but say, I submit my face to God and one who follows me. So that's what I say. And this is basically to tell you God watches over everything. I'm just going to read these lines at the end. And God watches with the servant. And God watches with what they do. And God watches with what they do. Surely God watches with the servants. And God watches with what you do. Yeah, he's got it 7 times, this is written. And in another place, he's got witness. So, and enough with God witnessing. So God is enough of a witness. He doesn't need anything else, but He set up all this thing to make you understand this is how He's created the angels, the messengers, the demons, the Satans. They're all watching, but He watches and He is enough for a witness. God is enough witness, but enough with God witnessing. Enough with God witnessing. Enough with God witnessing. And enough with God witness. So understand that, guys. Understand it. And now here is where you're told that Satan, the so-called Iblis in the Quran, Lucifer, devil, shaitan, whatever you want to call him, this is a message to all the sons of Adam, which are all of us. Every man is a son of Adam, including Jesus and Muhammad and Abraham. We're all sons of Adam. So this is a clear warning of you how the Satan is looking. Of course, I've already told you he cannot look where God doesn't let him look, but he's looking where God lets him look, and there's a criteria which you can understand in the Quran how it works. O sons of Adam, not he surely try you, the Satan, like what took out your two parents from the garden. He snatched over them both, clothing of them both, to his showing them both evils of them both. Surely he sees you, he and his tribe, from where not you see them. Surely we make the Satans protectors to those not they believe. So now you know why he sees you, because you don't believe. If you believe and ask God's protection, he can't do jack to you. You understand this goddamn Satan? He is goddamn because God has damned him forever. And he will be always damned, and all of you who don't believe are equally damned, and you will go to hell with Satan, damned like Satan. And most of you will. That is written as well. So here we go. So don't worry. If you feel like someone's watching you, that's someone is watching you. Don't worry about it. Worry about who's watching you other than God. Yeah. Anyway, so here it is. Here it is. Peace.